and where a suicide bomb has gone off next to government buildings. News has just reached the camp, triggering the mass casualty alarm. So the hospital's on high alert. Medical advisor Kev Mackey has to coordinate the hospital's emergency plan.
Initial reports were 300 casualties. With the best will in the world, that's going to swamp the local medical resources. We're the most capable hospital in the area, and so we've got to be ready to take the worst casualties. Are you medical? Are you medical? No, you need to get out of here very quickly. Go! Worst case is we just get car after car after car of stuff in.
And the security team at the entry gates are going to have to be on their guard.
The way that drivers' behavior is when they have casualties within their vehicles can be a little erratic sometimes. Erratic driving behavior is one of the things we look for as a threat indicator as well. People approach the gate at a relatively high speed. They may not necessarily comply with direction, and that's a problem in terms of how we treat the vehicle.
Medics from 20 different countries stationed at Kandahar have turned up to help.
Where are your guys?
I got 4 here along some of our big center way, and I got 10 Americans around the corner.
Okay.
I'm only going to pick them up if we really need them.
Okay.
There's no shortage of volunteers.
It's a big response here. We've got far too many people on the ground. When you've got too many people, it's like you just say, you, go home, thank you very much. Whereas if you've only got one person on your own, it's a very lonely experience. So I'd rather be swamped and stand them down than have too few people.
He's got to make sure the right people are in the right place.
Masses and masses of manpower.
Oh, OK. Are they stretcher bearers or medics?
No, we've got stretchers, we've got medics.
OK, if you've got too many, send them over to the stretcher bearer facility, and we'll get them allocated out from there.
But so far, there's no sign of casualties.
We're still in a wait out, OK?
That's really good news. That means there's no casualties coming into us at the moment. The recent intelligence is that there's probably 55 injured, 15 killed. A lot of the guys have been taken up to local medical facilities.
The airbase has been stood down.
You are slightly relieved, but actually part of you is when the adrenaline's been pumped up and you're ready to go, it's a bit of an anticlimax, really. Yeah. That's it, done. OK. Finished. Okay. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you all for your swift professional response.
Time for a cuppa.
Do you want anything else in this?
And the lads are quite particular about how they like their brew.
You're a Yorkshireman that puts milk in with his tea bag. How's that work?
I'm going to get slagged off, but I do mix. I put the milk in with the tea bag because, as
Don't say your milk is a constant.
The milk is the constant. Your tea bag is you brew it to how you like it. Your milk is your constant.
That's total rubbish, isn't it?
No one's ever complained. It's a cup of tea, not a cup of milky tea.
Leaving them to argue, Maz ducks out to sort out domestic chores.
It's quiet because we seem to be the only section at work, really. There's a few local contractors that work at night, but for the most, it seems to be we're the only ones on the flight line working.
After 2 months in Kandahar, he's got just 2 days left before he goes home.
I miss my family. My brother's just had a little baby, Oliver, so I miss him. Miss my girlfriend. It's been, since we've been together, this is the first time I've been away from her. But I'm looking forward to getting home and seeing them all. It's been hard. Unfortunately, there's nothing to break it up. It's 12 on, 12 off for 2 months. So it's Groundhog Day.
Kandahar airfield is the gateway to the war in Afghanistan. And every month, at least 12 British journalists pass through on their way to the combat zone. Tristan Nichols writes for the Plymouth Herald.
Hold up, one looking over the shoulder.
He's been embedded with 4-2 Commando in Helmand for the last 2 weeks.
It is difficult doing your job over here. There's no 9 to 5 anyway in journalism, but there's definitely no 9 to 5 over here. It's been all about living, breathing, working with the Marines, going out on operations and actually seeing firsthand how they do it, which is quite staggering, to be quite honest.
During his time on the front line, Tristan kept a video blog.
I've joined them walking in their footsteps, just in case of any IED threat or anything like that. It's been quite a day, quite a day. I think I've been accepted by them. Certainly when the banter starts, you know that kind of you're on the right road, and you've just got to keep up with it. I think it's largely how they keep themselves going, is just by laughing and joking all the time.
Tristan's hiding. The enemy are coming and he's hidden under some duvets in a back room because he's a little bit scared.
It's pretty full on. It just makes you realise this isn't a training exercise. This is very real, very real. The insurgents actually targeted us while we were in a compound. And there were bullets flying over our heads. It was AK-47s, and they also threw an anti-tank missile at us. I mean, it's fascinating watching it unfold. You know, very well planned. Everyone came back uninjured. You're constantly on the go, and I think by the time I get back to the UK, I'll be ready to fall over, I think.
Back in the Kandahar press office, Tristan prepares to go home.
It's been an awesome trip. I've been here for 2.5 weeks, but I think it's going to take at least 2.5 weeks for me to get back to normal, really. Beginning to kind of question what normal is. I think a car horn is going to freak me out initially.
In the middle of the camp is the boardwalk. It's where the soldiers come to relax after they've been on the front line. One of the top attractions was Burger King. They were knocking out up to 1,000 burgers a day. But 4 months ago, a kitchen fire put it out of action.
They're closed. Man, that's so disappointing. It's the highlight of Kandahar.
Manager Jaffrey's had a nightmare trying to get it up and running again after countless setbacks.
Having the technical problems like this in the middle, it reminds me that we are in the middle of the desert, and we're operating in normal circumstances in a civilized city.
Finally, he's got everything working. But before it can open for business, medical advisor Kev Mackey needs to check on cleanliness. So he's brought in the US military health inspector.
If the troops pick up a nasty bug, and that's multiplied by 500 people going there for their evening meal, that's 500 soldiers down, so it's really important that we don't poison our own troops just by poor hygiene standards and poor food handling.
It's a nail-biting time for Jaffrey.
It's a little bit nervous feeling because always the new equipment and everything, you never know what can work, what will not.
They've gone through the burger van with a fine-tooth comb.
Walk-in bulk freezers, these region freezers are all standard flow.
Yeah.
And Kev's a real stickler for detail.
Let's talk to...
It's make or break time.
All overall is outstanding. The facility meets proper food safety requirements as per the instruction. Food safety establishment is prepared to open. So you go ahead and
appreciate it, sir. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. It's nice.
Sir, it's all set.
Hey, nice one, nice one. Okay.
Relief and very excited because we've been waiting for this for a very long time.
It's hamburger heaven for the soldiers back from the fighting.
It's a luxury thing, to be honest. Coming back to this is like, come on.
And Kev's confident they won't be poisoned.
I wouldn't have opened it, I wouldn't have sanctioned it being opened if I was unhappy with the standard inside.
But just to make sure the food is really, really safe.
Well, I guess the proof of the pudding's in the eating, isn't it? Do you know what? I could be in the high street back home.
Kandahar Airfield, A military base with over 10,000 troops, all living slap bang in the middle of a baking hot desert. The camp uses 1 million gallons of water a day, and it comes from an underground spring beneath this water plant. Kev Mackey is the medical advisor on the base, and he has to make sure the water's safe to drink.
Morning, Sonny.
Oh, hey, how are you doing?
Yeah, how you doing?
Hey, good, Kevin, how are you?
Okay.
American contractor Sonny is the head man at the water plant.
This is coming straight up from the well, isn't it?
Yeah, this is sample point 1. This is where it's feeding into the Ropey system.
How far down is this one?
Our wells run anywhere from about 200 to anywhere up to, I think, 700-800 feet.
Oh, right, OK. We'll run a bit off. This is just like taking a midstream off an elephant, I think.
Very small elephant.
That's it. Speak for yourself.
The well water is purified by forcing it through a membrane which catches any of those nasty bits. It's called reverse osmosis.
This is the finished product that goes into all of the taps. You could drink this out of here now. Yeah, it's fine. We'll get that one labelled up and sent off for sampling. It's very clear. It's good quality water, that.
In case the plant goes down, there's 1 million gallons of water stored in these giant rubber bladders. And if one springs a leak, there's a simple solution.
Just sticks, wooden sticks, pushed into the bladder. And this is going back to the old marine days when they found that if you put wood into a hole in a boat, then that wood expands and then it just blocks up the holes.
Kev and Sonny also run the wastewater plant. It's the size of 9 Olympic swimming pools, and it stinks.
This is the famous poo pond. It was originally designed and put in by the Russians 20 years ago. Taliban's ran them for a little while, but we don't think they knew much about wastewater. Might have a few tanks in there, maybe some heads, Humvees, whatever they have, airplanes. We don't know what they put in here.
The population in Kandahar has trebled since the poo pond was built, and the system's struggling to cope.
500,000 gallons of raw sewage coming in here, 24 hours every day, 365 days a year.
And there's one day in particular that goes down in history.
Apparently there was a bet and there were some people who were drinking and they decided they would go for a swim across the poo pond. Yeah, there has been people that have been silly enough, I guess, to go swimming in a pond of shit. Kind of ridiculous, if you ask me.
Work's due to start on a state-of-the-art sewage plant, and the old poo pond is going to be dried out and filled in.
We're going to take care of this infamous pond, and it was my goal from the day I got over here. This is the reason I came over here, was this pond. So, darling, if you see me, now you know why I'm here.
The RAF regiment guards the airfield against being attacked. The Taliban regularly rocket the base and bury bombs and mines under the road. In the last year, 2 RAF regiment soldiers have been killed and 5 have been wounded when their vehicles went over explosive devices. There would have been many more casualties if it weren't for the lads in the mortar pits back at the base. Their job is to spot the Taliban from miles away with this bit of kit.
What we operate from here is the M-Star. It's basically a radar. We're scanning out to 12 kilometres, and what it basically does, it picks up men, wheeled or tracked vehicles in that area. And all we're simply doing is we're plotting them on tracers, and it builds up an accurate picture of all movement in that area. For us, it's proving to be quite an invaluable piece of kit.
And if the regiment comes under attack, they can use the 81mm mortars. Corporal Hammond calls the shots.
Leon, X-ray 1-4!
3-2, 2 rounds fire!
They can fire out high explosives that hit targets up to 3 miles away. The lads also set off illumination rounds to expose the enemy for the soldiers on patrol.
Once it actually pops, it's equivalent to 1 million candle-watt power. So 2 barrels or 3 barrels firing on it, we can light up a complete battlefield.
The lads live in harsh conditions.
This is their sleeping area. It's not very pretty, but that's where they sleep. And basically what we do, we stay here for 7 days, 24 hours a day, pretty much minging it out.
And they have to share their beds with some unwelcome guests.
It's infested with mice. So the lads have got a bit of pastime, and that's setting up as many mouse traps as they can possible. What they've done is set up a little graveyard. This is the graveyard for Mr. Jingles and his family. We've got 3 confirmed kills at the moment, and hopefully we're going to be getting a lot more. We've actually got a pet snake, which keeps appearing, but the snakes do seem to keep the mice at bay.
But the least welcome visitor is the camel spider, which can give you a nasty bite.
The biggest ones we've seen are like pretty much the size of your hand. You'll know when someone finds one because you just see them running a mile.
But guess who's coming to the rescue? It's Kev Mackey. He not only sorts out burgers, sewage, water and medical emergencies.
Hi guys.
But he's also in charge of pest control.
You must be Corporal Hammond?
Yeah, sir.
Known as Hammer, I guess?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good to see you. Now then, I hear on the grapevine that you might be a little shy of the old creepy crawlies.
Yeah, petrified of them.
Yeah.
Kev's got a contract killer on the job.
And what we're looking for is we're looking for those areas that they might be hiding. Anytime that we see cracks like this, we're going to be looking in those areas because they're going to stay inside these where they're sheltered.
These planks aren't butted up to each other,
No,
are they? So
no.
There's quite a few gaps in there.
And this hitman's poison will kill off any pests.
I guess at this point we'll hand it back to you, Hammer.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Sleep safe in your bed tonight or in your mortar pit tonight.
Fortu Commando have a base at Kandahar. They come here to relax for a few days after doing 5-week stretches in Helmand.
We've got a couple of the accommodation tents that the lads have been sort of staying in. Recently we've just had this HESCO wall been put up round about them just to protect the tents a bit more from any potential rocket attacks that come in. They're air conditioned as well and heating, so it's not too bad.
The lads are fully armed when they're out in the combat zone, and Ollie's in charge of the tools of the trade.
We've got our weapons here, we've got our rifles, we've got support weapons, we've got pistols as well, which every man also takes out with them. We've also got bayonets as well, which, you know, last resort, you don't really want to be affixing your bayonet when you're going into a compound, but, you know, sometimes that has to happen. But we keep them in here, make sure they're clean.
Kandahar's home to the RAF and the Army, but it's the Navy Marines who think they're top dog.
Being over here at the moment with some Army ranks, and there's a lot of friendly banter between the two services. And obviously being in the Marines, we are far superior. And I think, you know, they tend to get a little bit embarrassed by the fact. But it's all good humour. And as I say, Army does stand for Ain't Ready for Marines Yet, so enough said.
Under the cover of darkness, Hardman Ollie has sneaked away to indulge his secret passion.
Tonight I'm going salsa dancing because so I'm getting married in August next year, so I'm trying to learn some dance moves so my missus and I can do something a bit more interesting for the first dance than a regular slow sort of waltz, but we'll see what happens, you know. But it's a good wee place to come to in the evenings, bit of downtime really from working all day. We've got some coffee shops and all sorts of things, so it's pretty good. I just slide in between you guys.
This salsa class is run by the Americans, twice a week.
It is a bit strange to have salsa lessons in the middle of the desert, but it's also strange to have a Pizza Hut and a Subway.
Ollie's not happy with his progress.
I've had about 6 lessons, but it looks as if I've had about 2 or 3.
But his dance partner isn't complaining.
Well, he certainly likes to shake his ass about, but he's trying, he's doing really well, he's picked up moves really, really quickly as well.